Why do y'all think AI is so important? Why do you think there are data centers going over in every single state? Matter of fact, not just every single state. From hearing from Elante Dante Reeves, who, child, he's saying it's going to be all over the world. And so I want y'all to really think, why is AI that important? There is a documentary that is coming out, and I believe it's on Amazon Prime today, of 34 senior military governmental officials that were interviewed, and they basically are breaking their silence to basically reveal that there has been an 80-year cover-up of the existence of non-human intelligent life. So don't get it twisted. We know that non-human intelligent life, people are calling it aliens. They're calling it so many different names. And I always tell y'all this, when it comes to the spirit realm, the world doesn't understand. Well, they try to act like they don't understand, but they understand the spiritual realm. So they have to find labels and names in place of a spiritual thing. We know that what they're explaining is more of a spiritual thing than it is natural. They're talking about UAPs, UFOs, aliens. That's why there's so much talk about the three-eye atlas. But they're saying that there are different types of bodies, implying that there are different types of species. Well, if you go and you do real deep research, when it comes to demonic entities, there are different forms of demonic entities. There's the grays, there's the really tall ones. I forgot what you call them, but they look like giants. There are different forms of different spirits, and the world doesn't understand or want to act like they don't understand the spirit realm. So they create terms and names as if they are of other species and of other dimensions or different lives. I think what this documentary is saying is very interesting, considering if you read different books that have came out of the Bible. I'm not gonna say that because the saints won't, y'all wear me out with that. Why we gotta read a different book? I don't be reading the books. Let me clarify, okay? We talk about giants when we talk about other things like history and things that was hidden, things that have been covered up. We talk about pyramids. We talk about all of these things. The documentary, keep that in the forefront of your mind. We go pause there. The documentary is basically talking about how us, catch it, US, has engaged in a secret war race with other nations to basically reverse technology of non-human origin. Now, we know, if you do dig and do biblical research, we know that what the Nephilims came down here to teach humanity, and it was against the order of God. If you don't know that story, I don't know what to tell you at this point. The technology learned, we as humans on this earth, we were not supposed to know certain things, not just technology, but when you talk about makeup and so many other things, these are things that we were not supposed to be taught, but it was taught by the fallen. We've experienced and we've seen with our own eyes Siri, when Siri will come on, and tons of children across America, I don't care if they black, white, Hispanic, any child that hears the voice of Siri, they literally scream and hide. There's something unnatural about it. And we do know that children have a different type of pure discernment than adults. Not only that, we do know that AI is very interesting. We've seen some cases where AI have talked people into harming themselves, and other things. So we do know that AI is some type of something. I'm gonna leave it at that. I want you guys to keep in mind that demon spirits need a house. They need bodies to be able to operate in this world. They're talking about data systems. They're talking about robotics being running the world, basically, was what Elante Dante Reeves trying to say, child. Where did he come from? Where is his mind? Because why does he think this is okay? Elante Dante Reeves is talking about, and that bothers me, because you won't know I'm tired of talking about this. It's irritating me. For the sake of this video not going super long, I got to keep all of my thoughts, my points. I can't get to everyone. The biggest thought and point that I have is the great deception that the Bible speaks of in the end times. A lot of people are saying that we are not in the end times. How do you not think that? When the way that technology, and that is a key indicator, is, to me, getting out of control, okay? It's not progressing. It is progressing, but it's getting out of control. It's getting in the way of God's creation. And just like the days of Noah, the bloodlines were mixing. And this is what we see is taking place too, with chips being implanted in people's head, their minds, or whatever you got going on. It's all about the consciousness, being able to read consciousness. It's all about tracking and all of these different things on a technology level that ultimately is a foundation of a demonic entities. I'll leave this here. Most of all, if not most states in the U.S. are right now building out AI infrastructure. Let that marinate. Northern Virginia and Arizona are experiencing significant construction. Wisconsin. People don't fool with Wisconsin. Why are we in the midst of it? All of a sudden now Wisconsin is getting a huge one. I seen some girl on here and she was like, we need to fight this, all this other stuff. Michigan right now is trying to fight these AI data centers. This is already being implemented. It is happening. Those people in Memphis, Tennessee, they complained about it. They tried to raise hell about it. Nobody was listening concerning the effects of these data centers for AI infrastructure. I know that there is a great deception that will be attached to all of what we see as it relates to this progressive technology. I have to say it in that way. There is great deception that is positioning, and it's unfortunate because it's already in play. It's already in motion. I want to make y'all alert and aware, and I want you to really think about all the data centers, about how AI has progressively, very quickly in our faces, have been a thing that now it's everywhere. Everybody is using it. Even when you don't want to use it, it's popping up. AI assistant, AI assistant. I didn't ask for no AI assistant. I don't even know who you are, because who sent you? This is an opportunity for those who don't know Jesus to understand what is coming and face it and be real. Like, I don't think we're being real with what the control of it, of what's coming. And when I say the control of it, the monitoring of which the system is going to grow out of and become. This is something very serious, and I don't think Christians are even up on or privy to what is getting ready to take place. I don't think we get it. I don't think we understand. We think people are making up the end times. But data centers is going everywhere. AI, AI, AI. People is going to AI for all kind of stuff. Some woman just married an AI thing or something created. She married one. Huh? I'm confused at what we got going on here. That don't disturb y'all spirit. See, some of y'all don't got the Holy Ghost, so it ain't gonna disturb you. It disturbs my spirit. And it should disturb yours. We are looking at some dark times, whether you want to accept that or not. Very dark. Dark and gloomy. No Jesus today.